actually just come from. Yeah, great.
Oh, thanks. All right. Okay, we are.
Live.
Hello, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Just give me a moment here. Let me share it to a couple of platforms.
I love hearing that ding ding sound. It's accomplishment, is it? Task done.
Well, hello everyone. Happy Wednesday morning. Good morning, good morning, and welcome to another episode, a live episode, as it always is, of Women Unleashed. We are here with a beautiful guest from Sydney. Again, I am your host, Grace Harris, as you already know. Today, I am so privileged to be able to be spending time with this woman. She's a super confidence coach and a powerhouse type of a woman. So I cannot wait to dive deep into our conversations today. But for those of you who are tuning in for the first time and don't know much about Women Unleashed, what we do here is we have deep and meaningful conversations with women who have gone through some significant life experiences and using those experiences as their power to become a transformational agent, transformational leader, someone who creates change not only today, not only in this lifetime, but in the future of the whole entire planet. Hopefully it's an intergenerational transformation, what we're aiming for here in Women Unleashed. Now, in this series of interview, you will find that we do not dive into superficial conversations. I always say hard conversations, easy life, easy conversations, hard life. The choice is very clear for me. And so I always love to actually go into what made them who they are, which is really their story. And so many of you will resonate with the stories that we share because our stories, our suffering, our struggles, our challenges, the things that we've overcome, we don't really own it. It's just a variation of a planetary experience. And so I want to be able to showcase to you how we are all one and how we can really come together and inspire and motivate one another. Now, I want to share with you and introduce to you my guest today, Martha Mock. She guides women who may have had a similar experience as she did, being in an abusive marriage, bullied at school since a young age, and sexually molested by someone she trusted. Now, she has been featured in Yahoo Finance as top 1% of confidence in business coaching in Australia. And she is very passionate about making sure that no women should suffer in silence. And she does coach in many areas of life, business, self worth, and relationships. Her specialty is empowering new coaches to run their profitable coaching businesses. By using her knowledge and personal experiences, she empowers others to improve their life situation, to achieve happiness, and unlocking their personal or highest potential from within. And so this is going to be an amazing conversation. Martha, all the way from Sydney, welcome, my love. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me, Grace.
It's amazing to have you today. We have been planning this for months. Martha, you are one of the most inspiring women in Australia. But I want to ask you, I know there was a catalyst to your transformation. And that catalyst occurred, I think, when you stepped into your 40s. And so the question that I have for you, though, is that what was the background of why did you have to experience that catalyst? What was your experience in your younger years that led you to do the things that made you who you are today?
Mm. I feel like that I'm speaking on the behalf of people who come from a cultural background. So I'm from Asia, and I'm from Hong Kong myself. At a very young age, we've been told that we should shut up, put our head down, be the wife, be the sister, be the daughter that the society and our culture put us to be, because that's how our parents been brought up. We've been told that we have to be the caretaker, we have to be the homemaker, we have to be the bearing person, caring person, and give it all to our family. That is what I've been taught. So what it got me in return was, you have explained it before, a 19 years abusive marriage that I did not have the guts to tell anyone about. Not even my own parents knows about it. The bullying started so young, and what it turned me into, a people pleaser, someone that who will not say no to anything, and I will work my bun out for everyone, then being exploited, taken advantage of, but still too scared to say what I truly want in this exchange or connection. And of course, being sexually molested by someone I trust from a very young age, that is the hardest things for me to express, because even my brain, I'll be very honest with our audience here today, that I literally blocked that out. I completely tried to put it into a spot that didn't actually come up until probably about 6 months later into my journey into learning about self-development and discovering who I am. And like you mentioned, the catalyst, the one that moment that I realized that I need to change was the moment that I have my discussion with my ex-husband. I asked him, I think probably every single woman would ask that question to their husband. Why do you treat me that way? Isn't it? We asked that before. Yeah, those of you, you can actually resonate with me. So the answer that I got back, which I'm very grateful for now, was that you are not even worth a pile of dirt. You are not worthy. You are worthless. That was the reply I got when I asked that question. And that completely broke my heart, because he didn't even have to work for 10 years. I was the breadwinner of the house. So I work on multiple businesses. I run my own company, and I was able to supply for both of us. And he didn't have to worry about it. But then when I heard about his saying on this sentence, that why the reason why he would choose, because everyone realized that it is a choice of how you choose another, like how you act and react to another person. He chose to treat me as worthless, not even worth a pile of dirt. And that really woke me up. In my head, I'm saying, oh my God, if he really thinks I'm worthless, then why the hell am I still supplying for him? Why the hell do I not realize that, hey, I actually meant for more? And a lot of people have asked me, how can you stay there for 19 years? Like, shouldn't you know that he's not the right person? I know, that's why I choose not to have a kid. I choose to be a childless woman. Yes, it did harm me for a long time, but I'm making peace with it now that I'm happy and I like my freedom. That was the choice that I made. I did not want to bring another life in life. And I know a lot of women will think that, oh, maybe I just have another kid and he will change. It will never happen. He will change when he wants to be changed, and he see the value of being changing. So for us as women, we got to learn to protect ourselves. So I make that decision of not having a child, because I don't want to use the child to hope that he will change. There's no hope in life. There must be action and manifest that actually is step that you can actually go towards, not just a plain dream. So based on that, on my 40th birthday, I make a decision. I asked myself, because I was so depressed at that time, I did not want to live more than 40 years, 60 years old. So I said, I only got 20 years left. What am I going to do with my life? And I'm like, okay, all I want is to find happiness. I wanted to be able to smile from the bottom of my heart, not this pretending thing that I do every single day. I'm on stage talking to thousands of women. I'm doing traveling all over the world for my work. I pretend that everything was okay. I pretend that I was positive. I pretend to smile. And I don't want that anymore. So I decided to change. And I was so scared of being alone. That was the reason that I didn't leave. And it's true, like a lot of us who've been to domestic violence will know that one of the reasons why we don't want to leave is because we've been told we will never find anything better. We should just cope it, and we should be the one who's making everything work. Not the other partner have any responsibility. It's actually us as a woman to hold this family together. That's been passed on, a belief that passed on to us from generations of being a woman. A lot of us here will probably resonate with me when I say that thing. And it's true. And when I got my divorce, I was so embarrassed. I feel like I'm the only one in the world that is going through a divorce. I'm the only one in the world that who been in for a DV. That's what I thought. I was so scared of telling people. Not until the moment I realized that, hey, you know what? It takes twice the courage to actually tell someone, and it also asks for help. And learning that is not a failure when we ask for support. Wow, that was a big one for me because I was so tough. I can face everything, financial, like career. I can build my own empire. Who the hell am I to deserve help? I'm not those women that who are in a victim mode. I'm a fighter. I'm a creator. I'm a winner. I'm a high performance trainer. How can I ask for help? How can I show that vulnerability that I needed help and I'm crying inside? I don't want to pretend anymore. And that was the moment that shift came into me, that I realized that I deserve more, that I don't need to be suffering in silence no more. And that's the moral of my story, that I don't want anyone else to suffer in silence. Yes, you're right. I have every single excuses and opportunity to turn dark. I could easily go into another addiction, but I choose to be addicted to light. I choose to help other people instead and telling them there is always a way as long as you can switch your mindset and realize you have a choice to make. It's tough. It's not easy. I'm not going to lie.
Hang
But
on.
as long as there's support, you'll be fine.
I'm sorry, my Wi-Fi was just a little bit it cut off for a bit, so I thought that you were
That's
gone.
okay.
Um, so can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's no problem.
I'm so sorry. Go on. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's very important to realize that we all have a choice to make, and it is scary to make that choice. It feels like it is the most brave things that you ever have to do. The one thing we have to realize is it is only the first step to the desired result you want. It's not about getting the perfect response or the perfect result. It's only about one step away from the pain that you're in and going towards the desire that you wanted to get into. And that's what I wanted to help people about, because I don't want anyone to suffer in silence. And not those one that who are already in a victim mindset, that who are the victim of and they're so raw in their information. I particularly want to help career women who has a job, who is proud of themselves, who are ambitious, who wants to do something in their life to better themselves and others. I wanted to help them so they can heal from their trauma. They can heal from their experience so they can share the experience they have with others. Not saying that you need to take off your clothes and start sharing everything, but just sharing your experience in helping and how do you achieve what you achieve right now, I think is a great thing. Just like what you're doing here, Grace, to share our story with others, that letting them know there is a better way.
Oh my goodness. I don't know where to begin to say thank you for such a powerful, powerful message. I mean, you began with just saying to us that you came from a cultural background, cultural conditioning. Now, this conversation is a long overdue. I mean, I've had so many conversations now about overcoming a trauma, overcoming mindset that we've inherited from other people that put us in a, in a life that really did not serve us. But to actually put light to the fact that we, and I'm sure this is not just Asian culture, this is
Mm,
worldwide. However, I just, with Martha here today, for everyone who's listening, I just want to emphasize the fact that her and I, having been born and raised, I guess, I'm not sure if she's born in Hong Kong, but like a lot of life lived in Asia, and really, had that conditioning of, as a woman, as a female, you are not to say anything, you have to be obedient and subservient, and just to that, pretty much you are not worth listening too. Now,
mm.
this I cannot tell you, share with you how true this is, and I'm feeling today like I've got some backup, like with
That's
Martha
good.
here, because it's more common than we think. There are so many powerful Asian leaders out there who are living the life and just looking so successful, however, carrying those cultural conditioning that they've lived through and survived through. It doesn't mean, though, that they are free from the pain. And what
Mm,
Martha is doing and in her service right now is really allowing those kind of women to come up, rise up, step into the light like I have, like she has. And what I love about what you said, Martha, is that you specifically focus on helping the women who has this amazing career, however, are not really in the space of listening to their own inner self
mm,
yet. Like you were, you were this amazing, phenomenal leader. However, you didn't feel worthy of getting help
mm,
because in my own experience, for example, and I don't think I've ever I've shared this enough. I probably haven't come to think of it, but at some point in what Martha was sharing with us, she said something about um, domestic violence. Seemed to, if there's an old myth about it that if we cannot see it through physical evidence, it's not there. So the experience that I have with domestic violence is I know when I was married, to when I had an abusive marriage experience, early on in that experience, I do remember reaching out to someone that I thought I trusted, a very close relative, if you will,
mm,
and to just share what I was going through, the pain, the
mm,
emotional pain, and just really to just seek help. And
mm.
the feedback that I got was this, and it was really sad looking back now. But the feedback that I got was, as long as he is not beating you up physically, you should be thankful. And that
Yeah.
cost me so many more years in my
Mm,
marriage because that was
mm,
like you can't it can't be more wrong that be,
yeah.
and in fairness to the person that gave me that advice, that person had still the conditioning of that domestic violence had to be physically evident.
Yeah.
We have this conditioning, and so I'm here to along with women like Martha, myself, and I know with Janice Cummings, my last guest as well, we have been speaking about this for the last week or so, is that when you have that, no matter how successful you look, when you have that pain inside of you and you're feeling like Martha was saying, I'm smiling but I'm pretending, but really all I really want to do is to have that smile authentically and feel that happiness right from my gut, right from my heart, that it's
Mm,
not a manufactured fake kind of happiness and joy. And so I feel that this is it's a Mercury retrograde energy right now as well. And I want to speak into that energy because this is the second time we have this year. And really, normally it's a great time to take stock, shift your perspective, slow down a little bit. And so I encourage, if you feel suppressed, that you don't have a voice, that you're suffering in silence because you feel like you don't deserve help, or maybe you just feel like you don't know how to ask for help. I had that. I was cursed with this fierce independence. I physically did not know how to say the words of, hi, I need help. To me, that
mm,
was like not physically easy to actually roll my tongue into those words
mm,
years ago. If you feel that way, if you feel that way, spend this time to perhaps start with a journal and ask help from your inner self. Start to
mm,
verbalize slowly because I'm about to ask my beautiful guest about this transition in her life, her this liminal space. Martha, so you had the moment that you asked that person, and the gift that he gave you was the truth.
mm,
And according to his perspective, you weren't worth a pile of dirt. And so
mm.
that was really a gift because it made you realize, what the hell am I doing here?
Yeah.
So, what I want to ask you here is, oh my God, you talk about that scary space of being alone. having to face life alone and all this. How did you, what was the transition phase like? How did you make sure that you didn't go back to him, or that you didn't fall backwards into the cycle? How did you love and nurture and empower yourself?
Okay, I'm an action taker, so I'll be very honest with that. I went into about a year and a half in dating, on online dating. I don't go to clubs. I don't meet a lot of people. I'm a makeup artist. Yes, I see a lot of people in weddings, but I'm a lot older. Like I was 40 years old at that age. It's hard to actually find someone in the surrounding that I'm in. So I went into online dating instead. So during that dating time, I noticed what I want was that I want someone that would treat me the complete opposite as what my ex-husband did. And I was very, very lucky. The first guy that I speak to was able to become what I call the knight in shining armor at that moment. So he helped me to go through the hardest period. I was telling people that I had the happiest divorce because I can actually see the other side of life. So for those of you that who are thinking, oh my God, I am so I'm so hurt, I'm so scared to actually find someone, what happened if I get hurt again? The truth is you will never get hurt the same way because you have the immunity of it. You will know and notice the sign of the repeat pattern because your brain actually have that record already. So even if you fall again, you will learn to twist your side and not fall as hard. The reason why I say that is I told you he was my knight in shining armor for 3 months. That was when I launched the paper, about to finish, and said, you know what? My ex-husband was my first boyfriend. I do not know how to date. I do not understand dating. What should I do? I don't know what to do. So I began to actually do research. I read about 60 different relationship books. I learned about relationship courses. I was actually going to be a relationship coach before I become a confident coach. But things come into it. So that was what happened for 3 months. And after 3 months, he got freaked out about, oh, wow, I need to commit to her now that we're at that stage. He decided to move away. So he decided to end the relationship. And that put me into a deeper depression to the point that I couldn't even pack up my house to move away. I have to hire someone to come in to pack my house. And it was so nice that for her to actually help me out in that state because I couldn't even leave a finger. I was pretending to still go to work because I needed the money, but I have no smile at all. I was mean. I was like not careless, but I was just very direct, very blunt. I have sorrow in my eyes. Everything about me is sad. I'm vibrating sad vibration. That was what the state I was in. So during that time, I seek more help because now the first time I got some help, I met some amazing guy online that we didn't romantically involved, but we just become so close like brothers and sisters. So he was actually helping me through that journey as well because he's in the mental health area. So I was very blessed. And then I met another lady who is a hypnotherapist, and she was my trauma therapist as well. And we become really good friends now. It's funny how life will bring you when you are willing to open your possibility and see different area of what you can achieve in your life. And that just completely changes the whole picture in me. So my advice is to people is about that loneliness, that fear. It's so true, and acknowledge it. Acknowledge that there's a need of fear that you are scared to be alone. I was 40 years old, 40 years old. I'm overweight, size 18 girl. I don't look that pretty. I don't feel like I got short hair, like not those long hair curl that would normal women have. I'm a tough businesswoman. So all of that thing allows me to think that I may not be good enough for some people. But guess what? They will be people that who will align with you. Yes, you will come and meet some scammers, you will meet some asshole or whatever that you will actually find people in. But guess what? The more you deal with them, the more you will know what you're looking for. I always say I have 5 sentences when I'm hearing someone online. In that 5 sentences, if they don't trigger my interest, I don't even waste time on it. So I'm happy to share that with all of you. Just contact me later if anyone in wanting to go back into the dating scene. And that's how I actually eliminate the guys that I will actually get in contact with. And thinking about someone that who's over 40 and not in a like size 8 figure, if I can have any supply of gentlemen trying to contact me and allow me to pick, you have a chance to. You definitely have a chance. And knowing how to pick and spot the differences. I was meeting some scammers. The only one thing I always say to all the women out there or guys who are listening to this, if you want a real relationship, it won't be involve anything to do with finances. If you are meeting someone online, especially, they will only show you the good side of them. When they show you the best side of them, it only will happen when it's in person. It will not happen over online because they will try to impress you as much as they can until they meet you for real. So be very, very careful about those are the little triggers, okay? The one thing I always say to people is that if your opposite side or sex of people or same sex, doesn't matter, they are actually asking you for financial help, run, run, run. It will not happen. They will say they will come and meet you. I have like, very high level people wanting to come and fight all over the world, whatever BS they wanted to tell you about. As soon as they ask you for money, anything to do with money, you can have a Zoom call with them. You can see them face to face. I met a doctor one time, wasted 3 months on it. I even told my parents about it. It was that crazy. And guess what? As soon as he asked me for money, doesn't matter how painful it was, I say, that's it. I told you from day one, anything to do with money. Oh, but it's my financial. This one was so good. He even faked it, a bank receipt for me. He actually did that. People out there, trust me, people are very good. They will put down a bank receipt and things like that on it. But I haven't looked into a detailedly the transaction amount and things like that. It looks like it's all been done on the same day. So that was his fault of not tuning correctly. But I actually got some friends to actually check on him to make sure that he was actually saying, being a woman, we wanted to help our lovers, isn't it? Even though we haven't met. But that's how scammers work. They choose our weaknesses, the scaredness of thinking that we're not good enough, that we are scared of being alone. Oh, we wasted 3 months on talking to a guy. Oh my God, I have to go through that again. I hear that a lot. During my dating age, one of my friends told me, oh my God, I don't know how you did it. Oh, you become a professional dater. Oh my God, you met so many people. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm getting better at this, which thank you for realizing my professional. I'm getting better at this because I never dated anyone before for 40 years. I only dated once and got married and when I was 21. So there you go. That's what happened. But I realize now that there's so much to learn about human behavior and relationship. So that's why I go and try. And it's like anyone that who are looking for a real relationship or real connection, if you don't go and buy the lottery ticket, you will never win. So my approach is not to be scared and go and try it. Yes, I may miss some shark and stingray. Doesn't matter. I learn how to avoid them now, how to protect myself. Doesn't mean it doesn't hurt, but I know how to get help now. So all of that leads me to my current partner, which I met him 3 years ago. And he's amazing. He's absolutely lovely. We've been together for 3 years now and everything seems to work out well. So, and he's pretty much everything I asked for, but I didn't know that when I first met him. Weird, isn't it? Every woman here have a checklist about what they want in their guy. After a year and a half, when you find the one, you should be so happy, isn't it? No, I wasn't. Why? Because I was stuck in trauma. I was so scared of being hurt. Every single little thing that happened, I tried to push him away because I was scared of being hurt. Not until the day that my trauma therapist told me, oh, wow, he's everything that you've been asking for. And I'm like, what? Really? That was really? He is? Went back to my checklist and have a look. Oh, he is. How come I didn't know? And I realized at that moment, wow, my natural reflex of that fear of getting hurt have been actually gone into me pushing my ideal partner away. So I changes my thinking into, okay, let me treat him with fairness. Let him treat him the way that I wanted to be treated. Very important, ladies out there or guys out there who are listening to this. It's very important to treat the other person like how you wanted to be treated. If you don't like to be spoken to that way, don't do it for the other person. If you don't like to be doing it a certain way, don't do it to the other person. A lot of the time as female, we like to do a certain things to get an attention, a validation for our partner. That is because we have insecurity inside. That insecurity crave us to ask for validation from other people. But this one sentence have helped me to break through all of that. And I love to share it with all of you. Is that I am my own best friend. Wow, I didn't know that because I am other people's best friend. I'm the best mama, the best daughter, best sister, best wife, whatever you want to call yourself. But when do you actually stop and look into the mirror and tell yourself, Martha, I'm your own best friend. I'm the person who's going to look after you no matter what. I won't leave you. I will be here for you. So you can be brave because I'm here to take care of you. Wow, that changes. At one stage, when someone told me to have more self-love, I actually told them to F off. I didn't know I didn't love myself. I have the most luxurious handbag. I stay at only 5-star hotel. I eat fine dining like there's no tomorrow. Which part of you telling me that I'm not loving myself? I didn't know I was suffering in silence. I didn't know that was my way of using materialistic item to fill that gap, that hole in me, just to make me feel like there's something that I worth fighting for, because I don't see what else in my life is worth it besides making me feel a 30 seconds of happiness. That's why a lot of people go into other addiction, sex, drugs, everything that you can name of, just to get rid of that pain that we were feeling. And that's why I wanted to help those of you who are listening to this, who are feeling that, oh, that's what happened to me. And that's how I'm feeling right now. Don't wait and just ask for support. It's not about money, what we're doing. Yes, it is a financial things that we're doing, but we're here to help you, to guide you, so you don't need to be staying in that pain. Because I know how it feels like to be in that pain. And I'm sure Grace will agree with me as well. We know how it feels. And it's not nice. And they could be better. This is the one time that you can look beyond that fence. You know, that fence that you were too scared to have a look, too scared to dream that could be yours. Guess what? I'm there now. Yes, I actually went through that fence with nothing on my shoulder. I have hardly a few $100s in my bank account with a cat. That was all I have left when I walk out of my marriage. I had nothing. All my business went to the ground. He took all my money and I have nothing but my bare two hands and my head, my knowledge, my will, my passion. And you have that too. I'm just like any one of you here that who are trying to live their best life. But I finally did something different, is to live my best life for me, not for anyone else but me, because I become my own best friend. Wow, that was the biggest change that I had.
Thank you. I just want to quickly ask, is your cat okay now? Like,
Yeah, the
is
last cat that I have, which was 16 years old, she passed away 2 years ago. And I'll be honest, I'm still in a bit of grief because she was like a daughter that I could never asking for better off. So that was the only thing that I had. Like she lived a very good few years after we left the thing, and she's happier. She's not scared anymore. And I got a new cat, which is Belle Belle. She's like a sister, very, very naughty, but she's so needy, which I love. And yeah, like for us that who don't have a child in our life, like lucky my partner has a child as well, and it is not easy to fit into a child life. You have to understand that I'm not used to it. Like I'm used to be doing things for myself. I'm independent, like I'm doing everything. So having a kid, having extra thinking is not going to be as easy as textbook. For those of us who are like in the stepmom position, don't be afraid. You don't need them to love you. All you need to think about is you just need to be your best to love them, and don't expect anything in return, because the universe will always look after you and bring you the things you need. You just got to believe in that and have no ill feeling about anyone else that is in that, especially for us that who for me who are a bit older, who are looking for a second relationship or third relationship. For like some of us, that it is hard to not have a past from our ex-partner. Like our partner will not be like a virgin or something like that, put it that way. So think about it, they will have a past as well, they will have their baggage. So having that understanding is very important, and that comes from confidence. It is come from confidence, because confidence will help you to overcome insecurity, will help you to get that extra leap of faith to go and try something that you are too scared to try before. It is that bravery in confidence that you can find your end goal, which for my end goal was happiness and finding someone that treat me like the way I deserve. And I got it. Like of course, like in any relationship there will be up and down and things like that, but I make sure that something we do, that we can maintain that sweetness in our relationship, and we can all do that. And it's about communication and being brave enough to share. That was tough. But it was good training.
I love how you were methodical in what you did, but aside from being methodical, you went through that 18 months, I think you said, where you were churning through some people that you met online. And this is an important conversation to have, is to really address the fact that online dating is real. And nowadays, it is a prevalent thing. It's not, I mean, who has time to go and, I don't know, you know what I mean? Like,
I know, yeah. I don't have time to go into club and start
yeah.
to meet people over there. Like I'm shy. I'm actually an introvert. I talk a lot now, but the truth is I'm actually an introvert. I'm not an extrovert. So it makes it even harder for introverts to actually express themselves and actually know people. And but you can change because you're allowed to have a different side of you. A lot of people think, oh, like, if I act this way, would I be fake? No, because I told people that I'm a unicorn, I'm a princess, and I'm a dinosaur. So basically, on every single situation, I put on a different suit. So that helps you to make a combined total of you. So there's no need for us to always wear the Wonder Woman suit, because it's very tiring. We try to be Wonder Woman for our kids, for our partner, for our bosses. It's time to actually let us take that suit off and put your unicorn suit on, to your dolphin suit on. Just be crazy, just be fun, just be authentic for a little while, so you have the time to recharge and rethink. Otherwise, you're just going to get burnt out.
Yeah, I love the way that you illustrate that, because many of us feel that we have to be this one particular superwoman kind of person to everyone all the time, every time, 24/7, which is really essentially killing us slowly as women.
Mm,
It's ironic because the masculine energy, which is the same as the patriarchal energy,
mm,
lead us to feel and think in a way in the last few thousand years that we are not to be heard, that we are to be quiet, And yet we are expected to cop everything and do everything in multi-dimensional ways. And so the
Yeah.
irony is that yes, we can do it, but we are not expected to celebrate it. And really the celebration is in the embracing the energy to be not something that's superficial, but something that ebbs and flows. And it's
Mm.
okay to have fun. It's okay to in this moment be joyful, and in the next moment perhaps be reflective, and in the next moment maybe even be angry. You know,
Mm.
anger has its own positive energy when you know how to actually extrapolate what you can take from that and use it in a way that's productive for everyone.
Mm.
So I feel that it's important to just put it out there that dating can be a very educational experience, like what you did,
Mm.
Martha. And I feel also that it's very, I'm humbled and grateful for you saying that when you met the who's the one now, which the beautiful man in your life,
Yeah.
in the beginning, you were pushing him away.
Yeah.
And it's because of the fear of getting hurt again. For me, it was very similar when I met my partner about 7 years ago. I remember him saying to me that because I found him to be really, sexy and nice to be. It was fun, but
Yeah.
when it came to talking about the serious stuff,
Yeah.
I remember him saying to me, "Why are you so terrified?" I
Yeah.
was I was really terrified. Like for
Mm.
me, whenever he would try to talk about the serious stuff and
Yeah.
talking about things like, "Oh, if we were to live a life together," I'm like, "Why would you even say that?"
Yeah.
At the time, it was really like that's scary thing to say,
Mm.
and there was this one time when he actually did call it out and say, "Why are you so terrified?"
Yeah.
And I was like, that's right, I am terrified. I felt like I was gonna get hit by a bus if
Yeah.
I didn't want to get on the bus because
Yeah.
anyway. So it's a real thing. And what I honor you for is you talk about. So I want to just dive deep a little bit here in
Mm.
this word confidence. Give us what it feels like, because confidence is so misunderstood. Like a lot
Mm.
of people think that you should just wake up one day and be confident just like that. Explain to me, how does confidence grow into you? How does it happen?
I feel like that there's a lot of definition about confident, and there's a lot of myth about confident as well. A lot of the times that people think, oh, you're speaking up, you must be confident. Or you are standing in front of people to say a word, you must be confident. You can buy a drink without holding other people's hand, you are confident. So a lot of people see confidence in a different way. For me personally, I see confidence as long as you are willing to do something and not worry about the mistake you're going to make, you're being confident. As simple as that. And it is because of that little minimum setting that I set to myself. It's not like, okay, I need to make $100 million and that means I'm confident in business. No, it's that, oh, I'm brave enough to contact one person about my business. I'm confident. So having that minimum checklist in your life every single day, what you're going to do. When you wake up in the morning, decide what do you need for yourself to feel confident. Does that mean that I need to brush my teeth to feel confident? Great. Use that as your minimum list and put a tick right next to it after you complete it. It's the celebration, that little achievement that help us to realize, oh my God, I have done this. Good girl. How many times have a woman have done everything in a one day, like make sure the kids are fed, the bed are made, cook the dinner, did the washing, all of that, and they sit down on the bed and quiet inside and say, what have I done today? I feel useless, that I haven't got anything done. There's still dishes in the sink. There's still laundry that haven't been folded. They haven't been ironing, been done. All that blame that they put on themselves instead of saying that, cool, I make sure the kids have like 10 fingers and 10 toes. That's an achievement. Like I make sure there were food on the table. That's achievement. I didn't burn my coffee this morning. That's an achievement. Instead of seeing things as an achievement and a celebration, we keep putting ourselves down instead. So to get more confident, if you want to, from the first thing in the morning, is to ask yourself and set up this P checklist. What is your minimum checklist of the day? How would you make sure yourself that you are feeling confident and happy? could be having a coffee in the morning, could be having a croissant in the morning. Whatever you wanted to do to make yourself feel like that you achieve something. Because I know in the old traditional world, like especially coming from like Asian culture, oh, you did something. You must be doing it harder and harder to be better. Otherwise, you are not better. It's not good enough. You have 98%, not good enough. You need to have 110. When you get 110, not good enough. You need to have 181. That's what we've been taught, isn't it? Exactly how we've been taught. I know you're laughing from your heart. It's true, isn't it? That's what we've been told. We constantly cannot reach a goal. So set yourself that bar not so high. Set it at 10%. I got out of bed. Yay, that's a reward, isn't it? I didn't sleep in. Wonderful. And what happened if we sleep in that day and say, okay, I missed this bar. What can I do to make it up? What do I need to do to actually feel better? Instead of, oh my God, I didn't get out. I feel so bad about it. No, 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 no. What do I need to do? Okay, I was going to have a half an hour nap break. Okay, I will reduce that into a 10-minute nap break so I can have 20-minute back. And I'm going to do this faster so I can catch up that time back. There's always an option. It's about our mindset, how we're thinking of a situation. It's like, I explain it this way very clearly by saying that, is your cup full, half full, or very empty? That's how we see the world. And you can change your mindset to a cup full. It's like when people give you a situation like, okay, this is what happened to me. Love to share this story. I recently booked a ticket to go to Thailand. First time after COVID, we're international. Yay, very happy, very grateful we can do that. So what do? Go online and find the cheapest ticket available, isn't it? No more woman, isn't it? Went spend 5 hours on it, and then I found a ticket, book everything, and I realized that, you know what? For some reason, Thai Airway would not allow me to change the seating. I wonder why. It was supposed to from Bangkok to coming back to Sydney, but because of connection flight, I have to stop over in Phuket before I can catch an international flight back here. How would I know the website will sell me a ticket that I cannot come back on the same day? It needs to be, I need to go to Bangkok, from Bangkok to Phuket, and then stay there for 5 days before I can catch the connection flight back to Australia. I said, that won't work. I expect to come home on the same day on the same flight, isn't it? So I was quite stressed because like I spent 5 hours on this. I can blame myself for being silly. Why did I not look for more option? Why didn't I pay more? All of that blaming. Then 10 minutes later, I said, okay, enough blaming. What can I do to make this still work? Okay, contact my hotel that is in Phuket. I'm going to extend my stay for another 3 days. I was only going to Bangkok for 3 days. Work out the courses. Okay, if I need to buy a new ticket, the travel agent want to charge me $700. I paid $900 for my ticket. And you want to charge me $700 for changing a ticket? No, thank you. So I decided to just give up two of my connection, which is only going to cost me about $100 and something that I lose. And that's it. Altogether, I only lose, I spend an extra or lose about less than 200. So that's all right. You know what? I'm going to have a free more massage day when I'm in Phuket. It's only because I'm able to see that because my cup was full. We all hold two keys in our hand. One key is the key of happiness. The other key is key of sadness. So when our cup is full, which means that we hold the key of happiness. We open more doors to see more happy things. It's weird, isn't it? It's like when you're driving in the car, when you're like really sad and like frustrated, all the song you hear is the breakup songs and everything, isn't it? It's weird, isn't it? I just break up with my boyfriend, and all I can hear is all those sad songs. When you got a promotion, you won a lottery or something, all you hear is like, yeah, I'm living my life today. All the songs that just pick up, isn't it? It's like the world actually listening to you. And it is listening to you. It is. So they're giving you what you want. So start asking for what you want, not what you don't want. Stop telling the universe, I don't want this type of guy. I don't want this type of a job. I hate my life. All of those things that you don't want to have, start changing it into saying, I wanted to have this type of guy. I wanted to meet this type of people. I want to have my business in a certain figure and certain numbers. Be very specific with your figures and numbers if you're talking about business. The universe cannot give you a good business. What is the good business? You didn't close up, that's a good business. But it doesn't work in the business sense. So I need to have $3,000. I need to have $5,000. I need to have 10,000, 3 million. Whatever you want to do to get in your, put it in dollar figure and cents. So you can personally measure it as well as knowing how your business is going. Because that's how I see manifest is going. A lot of people choose manifestation is like sitting down eating ice cream in front of Netflix, and I manifest that I'm going to have a Ferrari. It will not work that way. It will only work as like, okay, I'm manifesting that I'm going to have a Ferrari. How do I get there?
Hmm.
That's when differences starts.
Yeah. You're so funny and engaging. Thank you so much. I was gonna say about people. You told us to start thinking about what you want instead of thinking about what you don't want, which is really
Mm,
essentially what we understand to be the law of attraction. But what a lot of people don't know is that the force behind the law of attraction, like you say, eat ice cream and watch Netflix and think that you're going to manifest for a Ferrari. It's not the way it works because you're thinking, oh, I'm just going to think it into reality. No, law of attraction is not about thinking something into reality, because the force behind it, really, the reality is it's what we call the law of vibration. You
yeah,
don't even have to say it or verbally announce it. As your vibration, is going to be the force of what's going to be attracted to you. If you're really feeling, so I just broke up with my boyfriend, no, then you're really going to hear the breakup songs because the
yeah.
vibration is very strong. Now,
Mm,
even if you didn't say to people, I'm gonna have a Ferrari by next month, even if you didn't say that, but if you're acting in a way and vibrating in a way and in a frequency that really is powerful enough to attract that to come to you, it's gonna happen. It's gonna
yeah,
happen. It doesn't matter what you say or what you think. What really matters is your frequency inside of you, and that takes work. Yes, that takes self-love, self-care, self-nourishment, but like what I love what Martha says. Being confident is it's really knowing how to celebrate yourself with the little things, and it's so essential. I love when you were saying the Asian way of, oh, you got 98, no, not good enough, 110, no, you gotta go. It's so typical. It just made me really laugh. I'm sorry, but
yeah.
I mean, for those who
It's
don't
true.
appreciate, this is a really, really true cultural conditioning for Asians. We have, I remember I have a brother. He's like one of the most intelligent people and most beautiful, kind person you'll ever meet. But he also happens to be really, 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 really freaking smart. So when he finished high school to go into college, his national college exam score was 99 plus, and it's
Mm,
no 99 plus plus. It's only because they don't give you a full 100 that they had
yeah,
to give him 99 plus plus. He's that
yeah.
smart. And so when it was my turn to have the national college exam and I only got 84, I was really down on myself. I was
Mm,
like, you are stupid.
yeah.
It's because, you know what I mean? But that was a long time ago, obviously. I've learned now, and I love how Martha had explained confidence, just the way as it was. A little bit of self-love, self-celebration, self-awareness. And it takes you a long, long way. Beautiful. Thank you so much, Martha. In the essence of time, I just want to know, or please can you let our audience know, where can we have more of you and where can we connect with you to get those five sentences that you were talking about like half an hour ago? How can we connect with Martha Mock?
Definitely. I am going to share some link with Grace later that I'm going to give you a constant confident booster link. Okay. If anyone that needs some confident booster, feel free to book in to have a time with me. I normally charge for my session, but this one is free for you guys. The reason for that is I really enjoy what Grace is doing, and she is doing it for the benefit of all of us. So it is also what she attracted me to her, and it's always nice to actually make that ripple keep going. When we are kind to someone, the kindness will always come back. So I'm sharing my confident booster with all of you so you guys can contact with me. If you want to know more about me, feel free to search Super Confident Coaching or Super Confident Coach Martha Mock. You'll be able to find me across all social media. And remember, being confident is not about being this bitch that you saw your boss or something like that is. Being confident is just about not letting your own insecurity to destroy the life that you are meant to be. And I'll repeat that again, not allowing your insecurity to destroy the life that you are meant to have because you deserve
Boom. Love.
it.
Thank you so much. I'm so blessed. I'm so grateful. And thank you, everyone. And we will have those links for you on the comments below. And we love you, and we will see you again. Thanks,
Thank
everybody.
you. Bye
Bye.
bye.